Stand on tape. Unbreaded. Die! Nah! um... Let us away.
This week has been a crazy decade.
Oh shit, don't do that. Where's the thing? Here. Let's try and get all these, Honest American, get all these out of the way.
Schaefer, did you actually just say on the record that during your tenure, no family has slept in the streets of New York City?
Correct.
Huh?
Are you serious?
I'm serious, yes.
Have you been out in New York City? Have you been in the subways? That is categorically untrue. It blows my mind that you would actually even say that.
What y'all want me to do? I can't tell no damn jokes now?
Did she? Oh no, there's no homeless people in New York City, even though you go down into the subways. They're there. Are you gonna say that about California? Oh, there's no homeless people in California. What about do you see those homeless encampments? Oh, they're not homeless. They have a home there in that little tent there, because that's very safe.
It's to the heart of the credibility of our city and our public service workers who are definitely trying their hardest in a difficult situation. But those kind of statements are so offensive and obscene. It's almost like you don't live here.
Yeah.
I live here.
I would suggest you not respond.
Yeah.
Comment is so absurd, and everyone in the room knows it. Now let's get to let's start with Moya. So in my opening statement,
we are a group of people who do not like one another. Like one another. Are a group of people who do not like one another.
Who do not like one another. Yep. Yep. Oh, it kind of sounds like America right now. And I know exactly who the fuck to take out. Just take the fucking knife and just yeah! Started illegal immigrant influencer goes viral by teaching illegals how to invade homes in the U.S. thanks to progressive squatting laws. Oh yeah, it's this guy. Remember this guy? Yeah. Hey Hassan, your favorite buddy. It's another Luffy.
Mi gente, he pensado invadir una casa en United States, ya que me enteré que existe una ley que dice que si una casa no está habitada, podemos expropiarla. Capichi, muchachos, aquí en United States
muchachos.
También se aplica la de invasión de terreno.
Let's see how that. Let's see where that got you.
Invadir casas
You ended up in
abandonadas.
a place that you didn't want,
Ya
huh?
que me he buscado unos códigos con mis amigos africanos y me dijeron que ya llevan como 7 casas expropiadas. Y como dice el dicho, papi, hay que buscar la vuelta. Y la vuelta ahorita mismo es invadir casas, ya que nos encontramos en situación de calle y es la única manera que tenemos para no vivir en la calle y no ser una carga pública. Capichi, la ley dice que las casas abandonadas, deterioradas y que esté en mal estado, podemos llegar y repararlas, vivir en ellas y si podemos venderlas, hasta pedir créditos con ellas. ¿Qué dicen ustedes?
Uh-oh.
Oh my god!
Uh-oh. Whoopsies. Oh, he got deported. Oh, that's unfortunate. Be a jackass. Who else wants to go? We could do this to anybody. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'll even try to do it myself. I'll fucking ship him off to the goddamn Mexican border myself. Let me just fucking bash them in the back of the head, tie them up, and I'll be on my way. Oh, look at the buddy. He looked like he had a rough time.
That's what you fucking get, bitch.
Yep, that is what you get, bitch.
Rescue efforts underway in Myanmar and Thailand after a massive earthquake. Officials say at least 150 people killed and more than 700 have been injured.
WGN's Emmy Victor is joining us now with the latest. Emmy?
Well, it's just so
Just like with Tibet, I bet Hassan wants the same thing to happen to Thailand.
devastating. The powerful earthquake hit Southeast Asia while many of us were sleeping. As the region enters Saturday morning, first responders are still looking for survivors. We're also hearing from Midwest natives who are currently traveling in the area.
No, actually, I'm not sorry. Fuck Hassan. He can fucking
This
eat
video
a
shows
dick.
people running after an earthquake in Southeast Asia caused a building under construction to collapse. The violent shaking even caused water from a pool to fall from the top of this building to the ground.
I've been in Bangkok nearly 30 years now. We've had aftershocks before from events in say, Myanmar, but I've never known one as big as this.
A 7.7 magnitude earthquake rocked parts of Thailand and neighboring Myanmar on Friday, destroying many structures in its path. Several strong aftershocks, including one that was 6.4 magnitude, was also reported. At least 150 people have died, and the death toll is expected to rise. Many of the victims live in hard-hit Myanmar, one of the poorest countries in the world. During an event at the White House today, President Donald Trump promised to provide aid to the devastated region.
It's terrible what's happened. It's a real bad one, and we will be helping. We've already spoken with the country.
Illinois native Joe Lamy is currently on vacation with his family in Thailand. He says they had just left Bangkok to travel to a different part of the country when the worst of the earthquake hit.
We started looking at
this whole thing fucking collapsed. That shit was insane.
social media posts and realizing that
it wasn't even fully built yet, so it couldn't take on the load of the 7.7 magnitude.
some of the areas that were affected badly were right next to where we had stayed in Bangkok.
Michigan native Sid Simone says she was riding the subway near Bangkok when she felt the violent shaking.
All of us were trying to figure out how do we get to our destinations because they had to shut down all of the metro rails.
Yeah.
Over 3,000 people from Thailand live in the Chicago area, according to consulate officials. We're told many people have been able to contact their loved ones, thankfully. Ray and Micah.
So finally
we'll watch that later.
Help me out. Which beer has the highest alcohol by volume?
God damn it.
Good choice.
Dora, you're not old enough to buy that.
No
Dora, please, no. It's wrong.
Now let's complete this transaction. Hey! I need your help again. I need everybody to shout. Where my mother map at? Oh, yeah. Map, show me where to find my friend Marcus. He's
Where's my motherfucking map at?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, my
He's at the
God.
park on 12th under the jungle gym.
Hey, I need your help. Hello?
I wish Boots was here to see a little girl become a woman.
Oh my God, Dora's on the roof!
Oh my God, Dora's on the roof.
Do you think I can fly? I've never been able to hear you.
Yo, what the fuck?
Help me out.
Jesus fuck. Oh shit. Oh man. Never been able to hear you. Shit hits so hard. The way she tears off the part of the map and tortures him without hesitation.
He's always holding.
I don't know.
Show me where to find my friend Marcus. He's always holding.
I don't know, Dora. Ow, ow. Okay. He's
I don't know, Dora. Fuck. Oh shit. Oh, there you have it.
Thank you very much.
Oh, we'll watch that later. Them send Tammy Duckworth calls for Pete Hegseth to resign. Fucking liar! He's a fucking liar! That fucking quack! We have no plan. California's high-speed rail... Oh, shit. What was it? Oh. Boondoggle will need another multi-billion-dollar infusion. Karen Bass pushes green agenda and rebuild faster permits for all electric homes? Huh? Migrant rights march coming to Dallas. Why show? Sure said you for wanting to cut NPR. PPS funding. Ben's Governor Hot Wheels comment. I was thinking about planes, trains to transfer migrants. Trump admin investigates Poland school over transgender athlete. Oh, Portland, sorry. Shift signal chat shows Trump administration is drunk with power. Again.
Well, President Truman was the buck stops here. Donald Trump is the buck stops anywhere but anywhere near me. It is really pathetic. There will be no accountability in his administration.
This man to have
he isn't
any
going to hold people
credibility.
responsible. He doesn't want to fire people. He doesn't even want to talk about it. They really seem like they're drunk with power. Earlier today, we had the first of what
That's
will
the
be,
guy not in
a great
2020.
many
Yeah.
hearings
Like,
and
what?
oversight proceedings to vigorously look into the intelligence.
Dude, you guys were so drunk with power trying to stop an ex-president for some reason. For whatever reason, through 2020, through 2024, all you guys did was attack Trump and did fucking nothing. Fucking nothing. You guys are a bunch of fucking pansy bitches. I hope you all fucking die on the pike. Bunch of bitches.
We had on Afghanistan in the years, months, weeks, and days.
Oh my god,
leading
you
up
guys
to
are the
present.
saddest
We view this, as I
fucks
said
ever.
during the hearing, as the beginning of vigorous oversight of what went
Yeah, and
wrong
then you guys
in our
fucked
departure
up
from
Afghanistan
Ladies
too.
and gentlemen, it was time to end a 20-year war. Thank you so much.
The way they got out was the most embarrassing
It was
thing that ever
time to
happened.
end the
Probably led to
20-year
Putin
war.
going into Ukraine.
And then I got 13 service members. Fucking piece of shit. Fuck that piece of fucking filth. Senile old fuck. Thank God his security access got revoked. Fuck that guy.
There's nothing worse.
Motherfucker sold out the goddamn country and everyone's like, oh no, it's all rainbows and sunshines. Fuck you. Same with Kamala. I hope you guys die on a fucking pike.
When your Uber shows up and it's a Tesla. You're like,
And if you don't, I'll fucking do it myself.
you get all sick, especially when you're drunk. Oh.
DEL woke ideology, don't worry. Woke women, normal men, Mongol women. These morons sure disappeared quickly. Oh yeah, yeah, I forgot about these guys. Yeah, these guys showed up out of nowhere at one point. What happened to these guys? Are they back around? Patriot Front, worst psyop ever. Ninja swords will be banned by this summer. We fucking Keir Starmer. I guess this is gonna move to the U.S. now. We're gonna ban kitchen knives and ninja swords. Oh, sorry, katanas. What? Why don't you just ban murder? God damn it. Why is Keir Starmer still fucking stupid? Just like every other fucking politician with fucking gun control. Oh my fucking god. I hope you all get fucking got by the same thing you guys are trying to control so much, you fucking pussies. While you guys live lavish lifestyles with the fucking security detail. Fuck you. Oh yeah, I saw this shit. This shit was hilarious. Fucking, she's pointing the gun right at him. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, dude, bitch, what are you doing? It's like, what the fuck? Fucking JD Vance. God damn it. They put the JD Vance on the fucking on this the general that was I don't know if this is the general that was a fucking idiot, troon retard. I mean, if it's fucking Trump, it's probably not who I was thinking. But then again, that must be AI as well. Actually, it just looks like this is the AI part. So I guess it's fine. I don't even know who this person supposed to be. I forgot who this was. Oh, Jesus. Fuck. God damn. Oh, jeez. Uh-oh. I want to scream right now. I called a homeless shelter and said, I think I might go homeless because I'm having trouble paying rent. I have a cat and a transgender woman. So I'm uncomfortable living with men. Jesus, those teeth don't look that great either. You fucking hell. I don't know what to do. You a transgender? Hold on, I'ma transfer you to the male shelter. And I hung up instantly and teared up a little. I hate this shit. Does anyone know about roosters that can help me? I live in Fort Worth, Texas right now. God damn it. Why are you trying to live with the women, you fucking troon? You fucking weirdo. Well, actually, this person might not want to do harm, but who knows? You never know with some of these people, man. These people are fucking shady sometimes. They're fucking Decepticons. You never know. They might deceive you. Oh man, Jamie, is that true? Joe, they're making everyone a cartoon these days. Fucking Ghibli. Driving in the dark. Where did the lines go? There we go. Do 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 do.
I made sure.
Yeah, we'll watch that later. There we go. A moment when Joy Behar's lies from The View are...
You chose not to go through the proper protocol.
Yeah, right.
And everybody could have seen this. Yeah. This is not the App Store kind of stuff you want to be using.
They also have a tendency to blame the Biden administration. It's like, move on. That ship has sailed. I never remember in my lifetime
because
a
we're
sitting
fixing your guys'
president trashing a
bullshit.
previous president.
Right? That's the only reason we're talking about it. This is your guys' problem that you guys fucking caused. You fucking retards. And now we gotta pick up the goddamn pieces.
The former president didn't want to go and be up there.
Ow!
When the
If
president
anything,
was asked
we should just fucking
what he thought had happened,
bombard
Donald
these
Trump said, and I
people and
quote,
just be done with it.
"There are very fine people
Send them
on
all to
both
fucking
sides.
jail.
My God, that's what he said. It sounds like I said this 5 years ago. The one that one of our colleagues, the former president, didn't want to go and be up there.
Ow!
When the president was asked what he thought had happened, Donald Trump said, and I quote, "There are very fine people on both sides. My God." That's what he said. It sounds like I said this 5 years ago. You locked me up.
I mean, it's
I gotta lock him up.
that depends. I mean, as long as it's not the fucking crazies like Biden.
One of them in France, the brave service members who gave their lives to this country, he called them suckers and losers. Who in the hell does he think he is? Who does he think he is?
He just called the French suckers and
was
losers.
asked, what do you think? He said, they're very fine people on both sides. Not fine people on both sides. No excuse. Zero.
No excuse, zero.
Not a dictator. No self-respecting American president would ever be putting Putin's puppy like this guy.
Putting Putin's
That's what he
puppy.
is.
Someone's going
What?
down.
But I'm serious. These are the kind of guys you like to smack in the ass. You like to smack in the ass.
I've never heard that before. You never heard, you know, Ronald Reagan didn't do it. They're St.
But it's
Ronald.
the common enemy. It's what drives their base together is
What do
the
you
other.
mean?
So they do that to create.
I guess these people don't watch the long hours of those embarrassing speeches that he gave.
And I gotta say,
Remember that one embarrassing speech with the red background and everything?
They know better.
We'll be right back.
Man, your lies know no bounds.
Senator Hawley.
No, we'll do that later.
Yep. Anybody else?
Should the defense secretary?
What country are you? Wait, what country are you from?
The Secretary of Defense, as soon as she fucking heard her accent, she was just like, no, fuck no, we're not doing this.
Okay, we don't give a crap about your opinion in this reporting. Why don't you go back to your country where you have a major migrant problem?
Give me one up here.
Oh, wait, wasn't this the same person from Greece who was asking questions?
Problem?
Give me one up here. Boom. Boom!
And you, no, you should care about your own borders.
Do you care
No,
about-
no, let me tell you something. Do you care about
She's
people
from a
your
different
country?
network,
What about
though.
all the women that
From
are raped
overseas.
by migrants?
Wow.
It's very strange that there's journalists from other countries trying to get certain information. And then using that information to do what in their country, I wonder.
No, by migrant. No, do you care? Okay, you're done.
Do you care
I'm
about
not.
American lives being put at
You know what?
risk?
I don't
About
care. I don't.
service members fighting for your country.
I don't care about.
Oh,
your
she sounds like she's
You
from
have a
British
relevant
land.
question? Yeah, this is an American journalist. Thank you.
Yeah, this is
nice.
I don't care about your fake news.
Holy shit, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Oh man. Oh, that was pretty funny. Yeah, she's I think that was from UK. She was just like, as soon as she heard her accent, it was like, no, fix your goddamn country. There it is.
From the man who may send our family members, our friends, our neighbors into harm's way.
He cries on cue, he fakes the fight, then sells you out in broad daylight. Swamp rat wrapped in a Gucci fit. Welcome to Crying Chuck's greatest.
Well, after watching Crying Chuck put his inability to read English words off paper on full display this morning, it left me with two burning questions. Number one, how in the heck has this guy gotten reelected so many times? And
Yeah,
number
I
two,
wonder too.
how in the heck are only 7% of you subscribed that watch these Schumer Gaff videos? After all, it's free and
I
it
don't
helps
know.
us out a ton.
I just
So hit
this
that
is my
like button
first
if
time
we make
seeing
you
this.
smile, and
I
let's
just
get on
I
with the
just
show.
clicked it and saw it.
Donald Trump's tariffs, make no mistake about it. I say to the American people, by this hocus pocus, this current baseline hocus pocus.
Give him the old hocus pocus.
Can't make up his mind. And making even things even worse on families and consumers from one corner of the country to the next. Will not make things more efficient? Hoping it'll subside. Take a chainsaw to Social Security because enough. We need answers, more answers, because more damage may have been done.
Yeast infections.
In the short time that Secretary Hegseth has been on the job,
The chess.
What the hell?
Who's the
Redacted
chess
text
secretary?
Conversation, which is what he should have done. Any upright secretary, upstanding Secretary of Defense would have done that. What the hell is the world coming to?
Yeah, I don't know. He sounded more and more like Joe every day. Mitch McConnell is sounding like fucking Joe. Dude, Mitch McConnell, I don't know what the fuck happened. I'm pretty sure that dude has some fucking Alzheimer or some shit.
The U.S. Department of Justice demanding answers from the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department regarding concealed carry permits for firearms. The DOJ said yesterday it wants to know if gun owners' rights are being violated. Investigators are...
Yeah, gun owners' rights are being violated with all your dumb fucking gun control rules. Maybe get rid of all of them, you know? Maybe stop turning into a retarded goddamn state.
Looking into what they call excessive fees and long wait times. They also want to know if the Sheriff's Department is violating people's constitutional rights. The investigation is part of a broader review of gun laws in our state and others. The Sheriff's Department says it respects and upholds the Second Amendment. They blame limited staff and a backlog of applications for the delays in permit.
I mean, they did started allowing more handguns on the firearm or on the handguns roster list, but we still have that roster list, which doesn't make any fucking sense. I just need to get rid of the roster list. And all the weird gun control that fucking makes you modify your firearm so much that it's fucking shitty. And it costs more money to do all that shit too, because they're making you pay for more expensive products just to fucking get it all modified and operable to their liking. Like, and which will change because they're bitches. Like, fuck these guys. Fuck the government. If I see one of those fucking ATF members at my house, I'm gonna fucking stab that piece of shit. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to take my fucking gun.
Are you treating migrants humanely?
Yes.
But there's been
I don't
reports
give a
of
fuck
them
if you have a side piece fucking underneath you. I'll fucking
on
stab you.
planes
Fucking stupid
with no
ATF
water,
piece of shit.
complaining
That's a bunch of crap.
What do you mean a bunch of crap?
Unconstitutional,
ICE tender standards
tyrannical faggots.
Any of the ICE standards, our detention standards are higher than any state or federal or local facility in the nation, in the world. Someone should go to the ICE website, look at PBNDS-11, Performance-Based Detention Standards, and look at our detention standards, highest in industry. It's not okay to enter this country. And when you cause a crime as big as the Biden administration caused, when you overwhelm the Border Patrol, when they can't do their national security job, that's when they come across 250,000 Americans. That's when you have a 600% increase in trafficking. Yeah! That's you have a record number of no inspected across an open border. President Trump's going to secure the border as promised to the American people. We're going to enforce immigration laws. That's what we're going to do, without apology. We're on board. We're going to go forward. And you're going to see it get a hell of a lot bigger in the near future.
Later.
The sheer amount of waste and fraud in the government.
Later. Run, Pikachu! Pikachu! Bone out! Get the fuck out! Run! Alright. Tim Burchett.
Congressman Perry, do you trust Trump's national security team to keep our war plans top secret?
Huh?
Trust your mother every night to fix your hot pockets and make sure your Game Boy is turned on.
God damn.
Congressman Perry, do you trust Trump's national security team to keep our war plans top secret?
Do you just? Oh, because of what probably because of what happened recently. I mean, look, how many shit happens? I mean, look, Biden did way worse. Is all I'll say. And nothing happened. Nothing happened to him, by the way. All right, nothing happened to him.
Trust your mother every night to fix your hot pockets and make sure your Game Boy is turned on.
To fix your hot pockets and to make sure your Game Boy is turned.
Boy is turned on. Trust your mother every night to fix your hot pockets and make sure your Game Boy is turned on.
Fucking bird.
Whoopsie daisy!
Yeah, I don't think when that registered in his head, he's probably like, well, I didn't get anything good there. I didn't get anything good today. I gotta try next time. Alright, here we go. Sarah McBride's most embarrassing. Sarah McBride takes her phone out of the fridge and says this. Total nonsense.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. You're probably wondering why you're in my Washington, D.C. office refrigerator.
I'm wondering why you're a politician.
Well, let me tell you. The absurdity never ends in a Republican-controlled House of Representatives. Later today, I'll be on my way to the floor of the House of Representatives.
You sound annoying as
vote
fuck.
against repealing an energy efficiency rule because the Republicans in Congress,
An energy efficiency rule.
instead of prioritizing lowering costs for working people, instead of prioritizing
What do you mean?
lowering costs for small businesses,
Okay. She's
they wanna
cooking, I guess.
repeal
I
a
don't know.
rule that actually lowers costs for small businesses by guaranteeing that their commercial
Well, I mean, I'll fucking entertain this person for right now because I know this person's a dude, but she transitioned to a she, so it's like, whatever.
refrigerators and walk-in refrigerators are more energy efficient.
Refrigerators? We're on this shit still? Get the fuck out of here. Oh, we need to fix climate change and be more energy efficient. How about I slit your fucking throat? How about that one? Get the fuck out of here. Fuck you. Jesus.
House of Representatives is spending
So
time
fucking
trying to
dumb.
save solid refrigerator doors. They don't want windows in the doors because God forbid you can see inside a refrigerator before you enter it if it's a walk-in refrigerator. What the f are we doing?
Fucking refrigerators. Why? Get the fuck out. Who the fuck cares? Fuck you. That's not what I want my fucking money going to right now. What the fuck? Studio Ghibli. That was fucking Elon Musk and other PayPal guy. Shit. Harry Potter. Lord of the Rings. These are way too good. Ah! Fucking Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Another one. This was Jeff Bezos when he got buffed up and shit. Did you fucking money? Fucking Jerome Powell and the Fed printing money. Beautiful. Oh, this is so good. Yeah. Fuck. Oh my god. Jesus fuck. Pretty good. Oh shit. All right. Uh-oh. If you are an artist, this has been a really bad week for you. I want to promise you it's going to get worse. Shimmer Asmongold responds to the backlash of AI images going viral. Honestly, I think the people crying about it, they should just stick this. I'm sorry. They're a bunch of sad fucks, honestly. As someone who's getting into like computer engineering and shit, these people are fucking retarded. Oh fuck. All right, let's see real Donald J. Trump's I guess message to Americans.
In the cold silence of the tundra,
or to Greenland,
a bond was born, not from treaties or trade, but from blood and bravery. While Germany controlled Europe, the Nazis set their sights on the Arctic. Greenland became an unwitting combatant, and the United States stepped in, not to conquer, but to protect. In 1943, nearly 1,000 American soldiers with 4 chaplains set sail from New York to Greenland, carrying with them hope duty, and a quiet fear. But their ship was torpedoed by a Nazi U-boat, and the frigid waters of the North Atlantic became a grave. Those 4 chaplains gave up their life vests, giving their lives so that others might live, to protect America and Greenland. Their sacrifices helped win our freedom, and we will never forget. Together, Americans and Greenlanders stood as sentinels at the top of the world. But today, Greenland faces new threats, from Russian aggression and Chinese expansion. Our shared legacy lives on in every joint mission, every Arctic patrol, every partnership forged in the shadow of melting ice and rising tensions. This is not just history, it is destiny. Now is the time to stand together again. For peace, for security, for the future, America stands with Greenland.
Uh-oh. Fix my portfolio, please. Not true, pal. There's. Yeah. Oh yeah, this guy.
Les duele es que yo facture
Here's another one.
Mira. Lo que a ti te cuesta reunir 15, yo lo hago a par de meses.
Yeah, and that's him right there. He looks different, yeah. He looks like he had a hell of a time. Oh god. I gotta sneeze. Sorry, I'm like blowing my nose because allergies. Alright, sorry. Haktua! Is she getting what? Oh yeah, apparently she's not getting the the police brutality treatment, unfortunately. I wanted her to get the police brutality treatment. Fucking smack her up around. Dumb bitch. But yes, everyone who did the who got invested into the Haktua coin deserve it. SEC has finished investigating her and will not be pursuing any charges or monetary sanctions. So she'll be walking away clean after the crypto scam. So they're probably gonna go after the person who made the coin and shit. Crime is legal now? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah, I mean, yeah, once SBF knows about it, oh shit, he's gonna try. He's gonna try. What is this? Andrew Tate? Oh. Well, and I'll call Andrew Tate gay. What? Andrew Tate seems pretending they have touched a woman. I haven't been able to find a single girl since isn't literally asking me desperately to choke her. What the fuck? You have no idea where women are at a porn brain. The charged men don't have the luxury of sweet romantic sex anymore if you want to keep her. I mean, just, they probably get into the same shit just like men, let's be real. Men and women can get porn brained. I mean, just look at the OnlyFans models. Right? They're all fucked in the head. And then you got Pokemon's boyfriend, who's apparently a psycho. What's up, bro? Me? What do you want, shipster? Cabratat has blocked you. Andrew Tate is trending on Twitter because he's terrible effing piece of shit. Just chillin'? Uh-huh. Are you getting deported today? I'm sorry. Bree Stern alleges in her lawsuit that Andrew Tate can't sexually climax unless he verbally degrades her. Wait, what? You are my property. My name is Bree Stern. I'm from Los Angeles. I met Andrew Tate in the summer of 2024, and we were in a relationship for almost a year. Oh, so this is... Okay, so this is the person that apparently he was in cahoots with and assaulted her. They're never gonna deport an Asian? What are you talking about? You know that there was Chinese immigrants that came out of nowhere too, that showed up for some reason. What do you mean Asians won't get deported? You know, recently, Trump was looking into Chinese people. Yeah, but you rarely see it on the news. No, I mean, he actually recently said he was looking into the CCP motherfuckers. Because there was an instance where some CCP motherfuckers got too close to like a Air Force or airstrip and was flying drones for some reason in like pretty recently, like 23, 2022, I forgot. Gotta change my race then? I think I'm gonna be black. Jesus. Uh...
One of the things that Brett Weinstein has explained to me is that aluminum is when that the concept is that giving someone a shot with aluminum in it and triggering an immune response, if they're eating certain foods during that time, they can then develop an allergy to those foods, like certain people with peanuts and various things like that used to be very common for people to eat, but then a bunch of people developed like pretty severe food allergies. And he makes this connection that he believes it's a reasonable connection to say that there's something.
Absolutely. Oh, 100%. And it's not just something he's dreamed up. Again, provable medical literature in the book, Dissolving Illusions. The physiology, the pathology is known. It's very well known that the vaccines that have aluminum in them skew the immune system. So the immune system kind of just, if you want to break it down just really simply, you have your Th1 arm and your Th2 arm. Your Th1 arm is your really important one. Those are your T cells, your lymphocytes, the cells that, chew up any garbage that's going around. That's the part you want activated in any infection you have, whether it's COVID or measles or smallpox or whatever. And then you have your Th2 arm, which is there mostly to deal with parasites and things like that, and it's mostly an antibody arm of immunity. That's the one that vaccinologists are obsessed with, making sure there's enough antibody. So the vaccines that have aluminum in them, as opposed to the live attenuated vaccines, which don't have aluminum. All the other ones do. So your DTaP is going to have aluminum in them. All your killed vaccines are going to have aluminum in them. And that is very well known to trigger that Th2 response, which is the allergic response, which can set up your body for autoimmunity. And so part of the purpose of breastfeeding, which is part of the blueprint for humanity and every other mammal, is that the mother is able to introduce antigens in the world to her baby through her own breast and things that she's been eating and breathing in, and then the baby's able to develop tolerance. So, while vaccine scientists are obsessed with getting antibodies and ramping up an infant's inadequate immune system, the fact of the matter is that it's more important to learn what not to react to when your immune system's developing rather than to becoming defensive against every microbe that could get you. So that's kind of the paradox there, and kind of one of the battlegrounds for, immunology within immunology. And for those of us out here that are going, what are you doing here,
God damn it, I'm fucking sneezing a lot today. Fucking allergies.
One of the things that Brett Weinstein has
if you eat something shortly after getting a vaccine with aluminum in it, you are susceptible to developing an allergy to that food. It's not something it's provable with medical literature in the books. Due to food allergy induced anaphylaxis when she was 10 months old. She was transitioning from breast milk to solid food at that time. We gave her egg, fish, and nuts. She started coughing persistently and went red in the face. Something felt very wrong, so we jumped to the car, rushed to the hospital in 5 minutes. It took us so much that her eyes shut hives and Jesus. Convulsing as she struggled to breathe, she was unrecognizable and went silent in my arms. We arrived, and as I stepped out of the car, she went limp again. She stopped breathing. I froze as I thought she had died. I felt like I was being crushed in the air. I could see, but I felt around. I looked up and seen the nurse. I kept walking. As I stepped into the room, nurse looked up and she seen my daughter. I immediately stood up and told me to go back behind the desk. In the next room, put my daughter in the first bed I seen. Fortunately, I went to lay her gently in the bed, being respectful as I thought she was dead. Nurse rushed in at the same time. I grabbed her tiny legs and started injecting epinephrine before her body hit the bed. The other nurses came in and gently pushed me aside and quickly began EAR. They saved her. Almost all symptoms had gone within a minute, and she was crying and breathing alive. That was 15 years ago. It was a steep learning curve, avoiding everyday foods that can potentially kill your child. It has been exhausting to maintain the daily vigilance. Hope that food allergy can be cured someday, and my daughter can regain some freedom in her life, an invisible cage that she is in. There you have it. Peanut allergies? Dude, pineapple. No wonder I haven't met anyone else with that allergy. That I've gotten recently over the years, and how many of them are probably vaccine damaged autistic. Look at pets now versus 30 or 40 years ago. This has got to stop. That detox heavy metals like lead, aluminum, and calcium, vitamin C, and cilantro. Forget heavy metal, chelators and infrared saunas help. Also. Oh god. Give me a second. Okay. Okay, here.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Thanks for calling this important hearing. Thanks to our witnesses for being here. Mr. Stern, if I could just start with you. I see that 5 or 6 days ago you gave an interview in which you said that the removal of Mahmoud Khalil, the pro-Hamas foreign rioter,
fuck that
is
guy,
a form of McCarthyism and makes Jewish students
toss him into the bed of
safe.
spikes.
Now, this is an individual who has been accused of endorsing and espousing terrorist activity, who has been accused of lying
Give
on his
him the
application to a
Iron
green
Bowl
card in the United
treatment.
States, who's currently being sued for terrorizing and assaulting Jewish students. Do you stand by your view that trying to remove him is a form of McCarthyism?
Absolutely, Senator.
Why in the world would that be the case?
Let me answer. He hasn't been charged with the crime. The clear predicate for this, White House said, was handing out pro-Hamas propaganda. When you start talking about people's views and what they're talking about in the public square as a basis for discrimination, and then the effect on Jewish students, it's not just the fact that Jews may be seen as, well, we're pushing this and that's going to happen. The way that this is going to harm Jewish students is it harms the academy.
Wait a minute. My time is limited. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but just wait a minute. I've got to correct numerous inaccuracies there. Number one, as you very well know, United States law says that a non-citizen is inadmissible for entry into this country if they, and I quote, endorse or espouse terrorist activity or persuade others to do the same. That same law provides you can be removed for the same reasons. That is what Mr. Khalil has been accused of. He has further been accused of by the United States government lying on his visa application. That on its own would be sufficient to remove him from this country. He is being sued as you and I sit here in New York court by the victims of October 7th for terrorizing and assaulting Jewish students, unlawfully taking over and damaging public university property, and physically assaulting Columbia University employees.
Hey,
and you're telling me that
hey,
successful groups like the Jews,
McCarthyism?
they vilify them.
What? Oh shit. Hey, you tell people to go assault other students of a certain religious background. Hey, that's on you.
To remove this individual?
Senator, the deportation was started before that lawsuit, before that second question about what he was saying on his forms.
No, this is what the government has alleged in open court, Mr. Stern. This is the basis for their removal proceedings. And our law makes clear if you endorse or espouse terrorist activity, you can be removed from this country. He has done so. He's been accused of doing so from the beginning. He's been accused of lying to get into the country. I'm amazed that you're saying that this is McCarthyism.
Senator, you weren't here when I quoted part of what Justice Brandeis.
Yeah, McCarthyism, that's bullshit. Because you can't spout McCarthyism when you guys were fucking with Trump during the whole time when he was on Twitter. And then he made Truth Social. Do you know why he made Truth Social? Come on. It's because you guys fucking kicked him out of the fucking internet space square. The town square that you guys are so speaking on. You fucking retard. You guys are...
talking about the back of the case
you guys
where
are
there's somebody that was
shady-ass
convicted
motherfuckers
for supporting the Communist Party because they were talking about violence as a political solution.
You're lucky that there's no Salem witch trials anymore.
This isn't speech. Lying on a visa application is not speech.
Up so fast.
Seeking to assault Columbia
making
University
sure you
employees
burn
and
at
Jewish
the
students
stake.
is not speech. You are defending an individual who has espoused the destruction of this country, the destruction of the state of Israel, the destruction of Jews, and has taken actions in furtherance of the same. You've also said that investigating the 60 colleges and universities that are currently under investigation by the Trump administration for anti-Semitism is a form of weaponizing anti-Semitism.
UCLA, by the way,
You're opposed
has
to investigating
had
these institutions
attack.
for anti-Semitism?
Senator, I've been very clear that OCR has a very important role, that there are complaints that should go through the process. When you start using the Department of Justice and threatening universities funding.
You are opposed, I just want to get this on the record, you are opposed.
OCR has a very important role, that there are complaints that should go through the process. When you start using the Department of Justice and threatening universities funding.
You are opposed, I just want to get this on the record, you are opposed to investigating Columbia University and others for anti-Semitism?
No.
That's what you said 6 days ago.
I am not opposed to doing it the right way.
What does that mean, doing it the right way?
Not to claw back funds, not to say we're holding you ransom. We're getting your faculty, Jewish...
You were asked about...
What do you mean? Well, they have to take away the funds now because there's the fucking litigation issues. They're not going to keep the fucking funds because there's now litigation issues. They're going to withhold those funds until litigation issues are done with. Like, what kind of fucking... It's the same with Doge. Oh, there's a bunch of money going somewhere. We're gonna stop this immediately because we need to figure out where the fuck it's going. No, you can't stop it. We're gonna get the judges and stop you. Fucking pieces of shit.
An investigation for failing to protect Jewish students, and you said that's just weaponizing anti-Semitism. It makes students less safe.
It is when the
I think that's
Department of
crazy.
Justice has a list of places they want to go to. The Senator Markey's question.
Oh, I heard Senator Markey's questions. I heard his whole speech. I thought it was insane. I just want to say for the record, I thought it was totally insane. And I think your positions are similarly insane. I think the idea that we would bend over backwards to hug and kiss and make nice to a pro-Hamas rioter, because that's what Khalil is, and that we would say, heavens, we can't remove him, and that makes Jewish students less safe on our campuses? That's nuts.
Senator,
That's nuts.
To Rabbi Saberstein's point, if you look at American history, the times when Jews were most vulnerable was during the Palmer raids in World War I, when there was political...
Jews are vulnerable now on our campuses because of people like Khalil, and I want to say for the record, I'm glad he's gone, and I hope he never comes back.
Senator Hickenlooper.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you all for your time here and all your work.
Get fucked. Yeah, if you actually look, there are articles of Jewish students feeling unsafe because of what's going on in another country. By the way, because someone decided to bring these pro-Hamas fucking dumbasses into our country and start causing shit. Good job, retards. Let's watch this later. Let's go after this one.
The sheer amount of waste and fraud in the government, it is astonishing. It's mind-blowing. We routinely encounter wastes of $1 billion or more, casually. You know, for example, like the simple survey that was literally 10-question survey that you could do with SurveyMonkey, cost you about $10,000. The government was being charged almost $1 billion for that.
For just the survey.
A 10-question survey costed that much? I'm sorry, what?
$1 billion for a simple online survey.
$1 billion for a simple online survey. That doesn't make any fucking sense, to be honest.
Like the national park. And then there appeared to be no feedback loop for what would be done with that survey. So the survey would just go into nothing. We're talking about elementary financial controls that are necessary for any company to function. So, like,
so they were just making a bunch of services that did fucking nothing to fuck all. And we were paying for them for some reason.
Well, this is a revolution. And I think it might be the...
And that money was going somewhere else.
Since the original revolution. But at the end of the day, America is going to be in much better shape. America will be solvent. The critical programs that people depend upon will work. And it's going to be a fantastic future.
We learned 40% of the phone calls that they get are from fraudsters.
40%?
That's right.
Yes, and they steal people's Social Security is what.
Fucking 40% of the people that called for their Social Security stuff, right, to the government, right? This is to the government, by the way. This is employees picking up the phone and talking to people. What the fuck? 40%? That's pretty bad. How the fuck are you fucking up that bad? Like, that's not good. That means that there's a lot of information out on people all over the internet, and they're easily able to, right, fake someone's ID in a sense. That's not good.
What happens? And then somebody doesn't receive their Social Security. It's because of all the fraud loopholes in the Social Security system.
How do you reassure people that what you all are doing is not going to affect their benefits?
No, in fact, what we're doing will help their benefits. Legitimate people, as a result of the work of DOGE, will receive more Social Security, not less. I want to emphasize that. And let the record show that I said this, and it will be proven out to be true.
But you're finding the money. I mean, it's big numbers, right?
So, for example, the $830 million, which was the online survey, that's an enormous amount of money that wouldn't have been found if the DOGE team wasn't working with it, in that case, the Department of Interior. But then taking it one step further, DOGE then publishes these things on our website for maximum transparency. So now the general public, it would have been impossible for the general public to have seen that. Now anyone can just log into doge.gov anytime and see these payments. As they're not yet in real time, they're close, but they'll probably be in real time within the next few weeks.
You know, it's an injustice to civil servants who are subjected to these processes that
are older than the age of half the people watching your show tonight. We really believe that the government can have an Apple Store-like experience, beautifully designed, great user experience, modern systems.
There's 700 different IT systems today at NIH.
700 different IT systems.
IT software systems. They can't speak to each other.
So they don't talk to one another.
They have 27 different CIOs.
Yeah, no, that's
and so
not
when
good.
you think about
I think
making
I already
great
talked about
medical
this yesterday.
discoveries, you
a
have
bit.
to connect the data.
Yeah, and when I say that our job is tech support, I really mean it.
Yeah.
We have to fix the computers. If the computers can't talk to each other, you can't get research done. If the computers can't stay online, people
Yeah,
don't
I mean,
receive
if
their
none
Social
of these
Security.
computers are
So,
cross-referencing the
what we have here are a bunch of
information
failing computer
needed to
systems
write
that are
to
preventing people from receiving
right
their benefits,
put
that are
everything
preventing people from
organized everything
research from
nicely, like
happening,
what the fuck?
that are,
Why did you have these
extremely
systems in
vulnerable to
place
fraud.
first of all? What the
and we're
fuck?
fixing it.
A good example of overstaffing would be the IRS has got 1,400 people who are dedicated to provisioning laptops and cell phones. So if you join the IRS, you get a laptop and a cell phone, you're provisioned. So if each of those IRS officers or employees provisioned 2 employees per day, you could provision the entire IRS in a little more than a month. So 12 times a year,
It
you
doesn't
can
make any sense. Why
re-provision.
would you have 1,400 people whose only job it is to give out a laptop and a phone?
You know, one, we're changing the culture. The culture is been not a lot of caring and not a lot of commitment to doing what's right relative to financial operations. There's a $500 billion of fraud every year. There's hundreds of $billions of improper payments, and we can't pass an audit. The consolidated financial report is produced by Treasury, and we cannot pass it on. We have material weaknesses. What that means is that if I was a public company CFO, I would effectively be removed.
A fairly mundane one, but I think is very illustrative, is credit cards. There are in the federal government around 4.6 million credit cards for around 2.3 to 2.4 million employees. But so far the teams have worked together and they've reduced it from 4.6 million to 4.3 million.
For example, there were over $300 million of Small Business Administration loans that has been given out to
So
people
basically,
under the age of 11.
so employees got credit cards from the company for company usage and shit, and there was a lot of employees.
Definitely
small business loans.
Correct.
Yes. The oldest American is 114. So it's safe to say if their age is 115 or above, they're fake. Or they should be in the Guinness Book of World Records. And we should not be giving out loans to babies. If we don't do this, we're sunk. The ship, unless this exercise is successful, the ship of America will sink. That's why we're doing it.
You technically are a special government employee, and you're supposed to be 130 days. Are you going to continue past that, or do you think that's what you're going to do? Or?
Well, I think we will have accomplished most of the work required to reduce the deficit by $1 trillion within that time frame.
And the process is a report at some point, at 100 days? Or?
Not really a report. We are cutting the waste and fraud in real time. So every day that passes, our goal is to reduce the waste and fraud by $4 billion a day, every day, 7 days a week. And so far, we are succeeding. Are we going to get a lot of complaints along the way? Absolutely. You know, one of the things I learned at PayPal was, you know who complains the loudest and with the most amount of fake righteous indignation? The fraudsters. It's a tell. There's some of these NGOs that are crazy, like the $2 billion to Stacey Abrams NGO that basically didn't exist, and suddenly gets $2 billion awarded from the
Well,
federal
then
government.
again, how about the people who are trying to get their
And there are
claims
many such
because they
cases
got
like that.
caught
Usually
by a
when they attack
fraudster?
those, they never attack any of the specifics.
What about those
so
people?
They'll say what we're doing is somehow unconstitutional or illegal or whatever. We're like, well, which line of the cost savings do you disagree with? And they can't point to any. And we list them all on Doge.gov and the Doge handle on X. And
Oh
you'll
yeah,
see just
apparently you can
outrageous
see
things,
this
one
right
outrageous
now,
thing after
the
another.
balance
I mean,
sheet.
you have been called a Nazi, a white supremacist, a fascist.
I mean, they've got the sort of their
just to
normal
name
playbook.
a few. Yeah.
I mean, they've still got it. They haven't. I guess they still need to call me Stalin, Mussolini, you know, whatever, Genghis Khan or whatever. I mean, they've called the president all these things. I think at one point there was a magazine cover which said the president was worse than President Trump was worse than Hitler, Mussolini, and Stalin combined. And the president hasn't killed anyone.
Democratic Arizona Senator Mark Kelly posted on X about his trip to Ukraine, to push for continuing to send U.S. weapons and support there, and you posted that he was a traitor. Well, why do that?
Well, I think somebody should care about the interests of the United States above the interests of another country. And if they don't,
Wow, oh my God, Elon Musk, America first, even though he has no ties to this country, but he's living here. Well, he's acting like a citizen. He has citizenry, I think.
they're a traitor.
Yeah, but he's a decorated veteran, a former astronaut, a sitting U.S. senator.
It doesn't mean it's okay for him to put the interests of another country above America.
Wow, good on Elon Musk. I can't. that was just a small part of it. There's obviously more to the interview. I was thinking about watching it, but it's so fucking long. Like, oh shit. Anything above like an hour, it's like, oh fuck, man. I don't want to watch it on stream. It's too long.
horta aad iyo aadaan ugu faraxsanahay in maanta safari aan soo gaarnay waxay soo gudbino oo la dhahayo meals.
Uh-oh.
A few moments later. In the last hour, a jury has found the ringleaders of the largest pandemic aid scam in the country guilty on all charges.
And we are back, y'all. Thank you for watching today. Go ahead and hit that like button, people. You know, it helps us out a ton. And of course, it helps you because it helps us. Now, y'all, you know, I did a video a few days, maybe a week or two ago. In that video, this little clip happened, and I'm gonna tell y'all, this kind of thing, this is gnawing at me. You know how something happens and in the moment it's not like a big deal, but over time you're like, hold up, that's just not right? Let's take a look at the clip.
Representative, this lawmaker Brandon Gill, Republican, who tweeted out that video of you and wrote, America would be a better place if Ilhan Omar were deported back to Somalia. I mean, I thought I'd seen everything. How do you deal with that?
I mean, these people are just idiots. I really, you know, I'm at the point.
The sheer amount of waste and
It's become really hard to have an intellectual debate
These
with any
people
of these
are
people
just
because
idiots.
the level of stupidity that they are
The
displaying
level
every
of
single
stupidity.
day is frankly embarrassing, not just in Congress, but as Americans, and the fact that
Being a
these people
fucking
are
asshole.
allowed to say just the most ridiculous things tells you that the dumbing of the United States has arrived.
And then you may remember that Miss Omar, after this original clip, it kind of went viral, and she had the opportunity to change that opinion or to soften it, but she doubled down on it. So here you have a
I mean, don't get me
Congresswoman
wrong.
calling
The
people
United States is a
dumb,
little
stupid,
dumb, especially
idiots,
with the
etc.
test scores
Now,
and
she's
shit
not
that
the
was
only
recently.
one, right? So I'm definitely not suggesting that it's just Ilhan Omar who speaks like this. Lots and lots of people speak like this today in these days.
I mean, you
Yes,
had
it is what it is.
You had
But you know
Biden
what?
speaking like this, right?
As I'm kind of scanning the news, I'm seeing things that pop up about Miss Omar. People say that she married her brother. I did look into it, y'all. I haven't found any hard evidence on it. You know, the funny thing about Omar is, like, you can never find hard evidence on anything. Like, I'm going to give y'all two examples real quick of events that she's mighty close to or adjacent to, but like you just like... But like you can't make it stick.
I mean,
on
she
her.
did
You
what
know what I mean?
AOC
So let's
did.
take a look at the first one.
Fucking
Did
trying to
y'all
help
know that the
illegal
biggest
migrants
COVID
trying to do
era
illegal
fraud,
shit.
or one of the biggest COVID era frauds, was a $200 million fraud called Feeding Our Families, and 12 million of those dollars went to a Somali restaurant in Ilhan Omar's area called Safari.
Molly
Now,
Butt Pirates?
if you look at your screen, you will see that Omar not only did promo for Safari, she actually did promo for this program, this $12 million program, this Feeding Our Families program, right? Now, you know the problem? It was a scam. It was a fraud. I'm not just saying that.
Oh, I
Like, the
bet.
person who ran this program has now been convicted. 5 to 6 weeks of testimony, and he was convicted in 5 hours, y'all. 5 hours of
Ouch.
deliberations. Let's take a look. Now, I'm
Well-
not saying Ilhan Omar was
were
at
they
all
were they
involved. In
running
fact,
a drug
she was
ring?
Not directly
What were they
involved
doing?
in this. But isn't it curious that she's calling everybody else dumb while she's out here promoting a $12 million scam and maybe doesn't know it? Right? Like, was she the useful idiot on this for them to pull off this $12 million scam? Let's take a look at it.
Thanks for joining us at 4. I'm Rena Sargentopoulos. We're following some breaking news right now. In the last hour, a jury has found the ringleaders of the largest pandemic AIDS scam in the country guilty on all charges. Lou Goose joins us now live from court with the latest.
Was it a ghost kitchen scam?
Rena, the
Like the
jury
Mr.
needed
Beast?
just 5 hours of deliberation.
Like
That
the
is
Mr.
1
Beast
hour
stuff?
for each week of testimony they heard during
Fuck
this
that
trial
guy.
for Amy Bach and Salim Saeed. Bach, the alleged mastermind of
They're all
the Feeding Our
pussies.
Future fraud scheme. She's a former executive director. Evidence in the trial showed that she signed and submitted every single count for reimbursement, certifying
All
that the number
spineless
of meals claimed to be
faggots.
served to children was correct.
Every one of
the
them.
evidence also showed that Bach signed every reimbursement check, all the millions and millions of dollars paid out to these meal sites. Salim Saeed was one of the first and biggest participants in the fraud scheme. He used to own Safari Restaurant in South Minneapolis. Once they joined the meal program in April 2020, right at the beginning of the COVID-19
It was
pandemic,
a meal prep program. You should be very, very careful, okay? They're gonna fucking scam you sometimes in those places. Especially if they don't have like an actual like brick and mortar store that you can like check in on.
within weeks, they were claiming to serve 6,000
You're
kids
cooked.
every single day. Both of these defendants took the witness stand, and both of them told stories that the jury did not believe. They convicted these two on a total of 28 counts, including wire fraud, conspiracy, federal programs bribery, and more.
Or what about this situation where Ilhan Omar's campaign was somehow able to legally transfer $3 million to her husband? Okay, the news report says it was done legally. Okay, we'll accept that. But then after that, the husband gets involved in some kind of cannabis investment, and now they're saying that he
Cannabis
scammed
investment?
them.
What?
Now, was that Ilhan Omar? That's why, I said she's like adjacent. Like, it's not that she's doing it directly herself, but she's kind of around scammers or people who are accused and being convicted of scams.
Well, I mean, she's helping
So let's
criminals.
Take a look at that report,
Literally.
and I'll let you draw your own conclusions.
She's helping Somali butt pirate.
Omar and Don Samuels got some extra heat this week with accusations of fraud against a business partly owned by Representative Omar's husband. Fox 9's Corin Hogger joins us now in the newsroom after digging into what's behind this legal fight. All right, Corin, what is Omar's connection to these accusations?
Karen, it's nothing directly. Her husband is Tim Mynett, and his consulting firm legally got about $3 million from her 2020 campaign. Now he's a business partner in a few business ventures that are involved in lawsuits claiming his companies have made money disappear. In the case of Tim Mynett, whose LinkedIn page shows
Disappearing
he was a partner
money.
in the E Street Group along with Will
Embezzlement,
Haler, there's no
fraud,
publicly known criminal investigation. But
aiding
there
and
may be
abetting.
something behind the scenes.
We have connected with federal law enforcement on this.
Pyramid
I
scheme?
believe that they're looking into it as we speak.
Ned Horsted is the CEO of a South Dakota cannabis company that gave Haler and Mynett's company $3.5 million to kickstart investments, but ended up with about $1.8 million back and a court judgment, an IOU for the other $1.7 million. Omar's office tells me she has no involvement in any business ventures, and the situation reeks of political desperation. Horsted says he never
says
dealt
the
with
one
Omar
who's
and
making
didn't
a
even
lot of
have
money
direct
somehow
conversations with Mynett,
with her
but he's not
position.
convinced they're unaware.
If you have a two-person business and one of them is a spouse of a member of Congress, it seems suspicious, to say the least, that they never knew about $3.5 million that came into the bank account. They never knew that 1.7 went missing.
The lawyers for Mynett and Haler say they absolutely did not intend to defraud anyone in that cannabis business or in a winery deal that's also the subject of a civil lawsuit. Haler referred me to the settlement in the cannabis deal and said the winery business has had some successes, but
it's still.
They tried to make a cannabis business, a winery
These
business.
are just two, right? These are
food,
just two instances. There are more.
A food
but,
prep
I'm not gonna
business,
belabor
all
the
failed,
point.
by the way.
I just felt some kind of way with her calling people
All
idiots
failed.
and dumb and so on and so forth. I didn't think that was right. At the time, I wasn't as bothered, but I'm bothered by it, y'all. So what do y'all think? Do y'all think Ilhan Omar is the only smart one in the room? She just happens to accidentally be hanging around people who are being convicted of scamming. and
somehow
defrauding
convicted.
the
Somehow
American public
getting into
and who are being
illegal criminal
accused
activity.
of scamming and
Man.
defrauding people. Is it like she just can't get away from these people, right? She's the clean one, and she just can't get away from them. Or what do y'all think? I'd like to hear what y'all have to say in the comments. Let me know in the comments below. But before you do, please stop, share this video out. Hit the share button, put in somebody's email, text message, WhatsApp, Facebook, Snapchat. Put Instagram, put them all in. And also, if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. Love y'all. I'll see you back in the next one.
There it is.
That he was taking care of.
Go on to the next. Oh yeah, this guy that almost attacks the dude.
I made sure that he was taken care of, even in death. That's what I've been doing. But also, not just that, I went to all of my nephew's schools. I met with their principals and their teachers to ensure that they are okay. I gave them and made sure that they had grief counseling and that they're seeing a psychiatrist. That's what I've been doing. And while you're talking about hard work, you need to realize that our job is not just in this state house with these marble floors. Our jobs are on the streets and in the communities that we serve. And so while you've been here passing bills that have been hurting transgender children, while you've been here passing bills that have been hurting the poor, hurting the marginalized, hurting the disenfranchised, while you've been here passing bills that have not ended poverty, while you've been here passing bills that have not helped people who need Medicaid expansion, while you've been
Yo, why you need to stop yelling, brother.
doing the hard work of making sure that our state is not the state that it can be, because you have decided.
Fight the power. And it's a white bitch.
Representative Pearson.
Reality of our situation is only to be.
Representative Pearson.
While you've been here doing that, I've been in my community.
Representative Pearson.
Meeting with young people, going to school.
A few moments later.
Mr. Chairman, you have 2 ayes, 7 nays.
Whoa.
The noes prevail.
Whoa.
House Bill 1392 fails.
Whoa.
5-minute recess.
It's like, yo, dude, calm down.
Wait. Once again, we got to talk about unhinged, violent Democrats, because when they don't get their way, when there are disagreements over politics, Democrats always try to get violent when democracy does not work out in their favor, right? And that's exactly what happened in this situation right here, starring State Representative Justin Pearson, a Democrat from Memphis, Tennessee, as he confronts his fellow state rep, Andrew Farmer from Tennessee, over the fact that Pearson's gun control bill got shut down, right? It got rejected. And now he's upset. He's boohoo whining, crying. He's mad, and he's trying to fight Republicans because his bill to roll back permitless carry in Tennessee got rejected by Republicans. Okay, so he didn't get his way, and then he tried to fight Republicans because they didn't want to go along with his legislation. Okay, so again, another example of how the Democrats are the party of violence, chaos, destruction. And again, they try to fight when they can't get their way. So, dude, let's go ahead and
Democrats
get into
did it
this.
too.
Fingers fly, tensions flare between 2 state legislators when a debate over firearms
this is
turned
a
personal. We have a lot to cover tonight at 6.
getting
Thanks
at
for
the
being
throat
here,
of a
Rory Johnson.
Republican.
And I'm Carrie Sharp. The confrontation happened between Representatives Justin Pearson and Andrew
Because he
Farmer.
didn't sign a
Chris
gun
Davis shows
bill,
us what led up to
which
this
is,
dramatic
yeah, he
moment.
shouldn't have signed that.
This
It was a
bill
gun
is to
control
repeal
bill that he wanted him
permitless
to
carry.
sign.
Debate
and it was
on
just
the
like,
bill
yeah,
began
no,
like
we're not
most do
signing
in
it.
committee hearings.
We have continued to pass legislation that has made it easier for people to have access to firearms.
Representative Justin Pearson of Memphis explaining his bill that would reinstate handgun carry permits in Tennessee.
Get that bill
You
out
don't
of here.
have to throw out
Fuck your gun
responsible
control bill.
gun ownership in behalf of the Second Amendment.
When Representative Andrew Farmer of Sevierville asked to speak, things took an unexpected turn.
We've been on the House floor voting on bills. We've taken the tough questions. We've taken the tough votes.
Yeah.
And we're doing so. So I don't think it's fair for you to come here and lecture this committee on hard work when we've been up here doing the hard work.
Thank you, Chair Farmer, for your comments. They incense me. They make me very, very angry.
This was the first day Representative Pearson has been back on the Hill since the special session in January, as he grieves for the loss of his younger brother.
But let me explain to you what I have been doing, Representative, since you asked. My brother, Temperance Darnell Pearson, one of the loves of my life.
Wait, so because his own brother took his own life, he wants gun control? What the fuck? How is that the state's What the fuck, dude? Fuck out of here. What a dumb fucking gun control bill.
Passed away from gun suicide on December 1st of 2024. And since that happened, it shattered my family like gun violence has shattered so many families.
Representative Pearson, it seems that it's very common in your party when you disagree with a comment. Now, it's not disrespectful to you. That you resort to yelling. Basically, everything you just told me, you just did. I have a family. I've made sacrifices every year. So
The committee chair, Representative Clay Doggett, tried to cool things down.
I know this is a very difficult time for you to be back up here. I'm sorry for all the things that you've experienced.
But
yeah, so I want to explain what's going on here so that everybody kind of understands what's happening. Justin Pearson, the woke Democrat who is pushing this gun control bill, is basically using the suicide death of his brother to push this bill, right? He's trying to use emotion in order to get people to agree with his bill, right? Because again, this is what Democrats do when their arguments aren't very strong. They try to emotionally manipulate people into getting on board with their legislation, right? And they really like to do this when it comes to gun control, right? In this case, this Democrat is using the death of his brother to try to emotionally manipulate Republicans into getting on board with his gun control
you're trying to
legislation.
use...
And the Republicans...
Yeah, he's trying to use his own brother's suicide to drive this gun control bill. And it's just like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you trying to take it out on the government or on other citizens that didn't do this? It's like, this has nothing to do with anybody but your own self and whatever fucking happened during that time.
Republicans are like, no. And you're not going to sit here and lecture us about...
Yeah, exactly. Why are you lecturing us about your own fucking issues? Like, what? Fix your own fucking problems. Don't ask the government to fix your fucking issues.
The hard work that we've been doing.
That's not the government's
absent for
problem.
3 months straight. Now, the reason why this guy's been absent is because of the death of his brother.
Yeah.
However, again, it's been 3 months. In the private sector, okay, at most jobs, you get maybe a week, 2 weeks to grieve, and then you got to come back to work.
Yeah,
and if you don't come back to work,
get like a week.
then, hey,
If
that's a
that.
problem. That's an issue. Now, again, I'm not trying to say that he's not still grieving or that what happened to his brother is not hurting him deeply, okay?
Yeah,
I sympathize
exactly.
with him.
Look, yeah, no one's saying that, but to use the gun control bill as a fucking vehicle for his fucking no.
Okay, it is a terrible situation to go
Yeah,
through.
no,
So again, I'm not trying to make light
he's
of
very
that.
emotional right now,
But,
and he's taking it
you
out
have been
on.
going for
He's not
3 months
thinking
straight.
straight.
And you
literally,
really should not be lecturing Republicans about what they did
Yeah.
while you were gone, okay? Because ultimately, your job is to be a legislator. And, I'm not sure if taking 3 months absence is something that is excusable considering the fact that you serve the people, right? And
Yeah,
deaths, tragedies,
exactly.
things like this happen in people's families. And a vast majority of the time, people got to go back to work in a timely manner, right? So again, the last thing this guy should be doing is coming up into the Capitol and trying to
forgot
emotionally
what was it.
manipulate people into getting on board with his agenda and then getting mad when people essentially call him out for being missing, right?
Being
for
missing,
not
yeah,
doing
being
his job.
gone for so long.
That's what's happening here.
Tempers really.
Yeah, it was the same way with other Democrats, where they were like, "Oh, I'm gonna go take a hiatus because you mispronouned me." It's like, what the fuck? I need a couple months because you mispronounced me. Bye-bye. It's like, dude, get your ass fucking fired, man.
Really flared after Pearson's bill was defeated.
Mr. Chairman, you have 2 ayes, 7 nays.
The noes prevail. House Bill 1392 fails.
It was at this point
No,
that
no,
the
no,
state
no.
video feed stays on the voting board, and we can't see what happens next. Thankfully, we have some remarkable photos from Tennessee Lookout photojournalist
probably
John
'cause you
Partapillo.
fucking went off the
Pearson
deep end.
rushed up to where the
Oh,
committee
yeah.
members
Oh, yeah, we
sit
did see
and
that part,
confronts
yeah.
Farmer. We see House Majority Leader William Lamberth and several House Sergeant-at-Arms holding Pearson back as Representative Farmer avoids eye contact. This video posted on X shows the aftermath. First Farmer and later Pearson leave the chamber.
No, I mean,
you're
he
wrong.
has to leave the chamber.
You're in the well today because you broke rules of decorum. Wouldn't you agree?
This isn't the first time these two have clashed. Another notable exchange came in 2023 when Representative Pearson was up for expulsion after leading a protest on the House floor following the Covenant shooting.
You have decided that it is not right to have debate. It is not right to listen to the voices of the minority.
So, will either representative face any consequences from this incident? Right now, it's unclear. Chris Davis, News Channel 5.
The question is not about whether or not either representative will face consequences, because the Republican, he didn't do anything wrong at all. The person that should face consequences is this guy, right? Because he tried to fight his colleague on the floor because his legislation got rejected.
Yeah.
So let's watch this again. Again, this is the type of unhinged behavior that you see from Democrats when they don't get their way.
Because he lost.
Mr. Chairman, you have 2
And that
ayes,
he's dealing
7
with the
nays.
loss of his brother.
The noes prevail. House Bill 1392
And for
fails.
whatever reason, he feels
5-minute recess.
somewhat PO'd because
Look at
he
this
must
guy.
get this bill passed.
This image right here, I think, is the perfect encapsulation of the current state of our modern politics, right? Serious adults trying to solve problems, legislating right here, which is the Republican, okay? The white man, right? You got the white man right here, okay?
And like that gun
and then you
control
got
bill that he was trying to pass,
Democrat
it would have done
who is
fucking fuck
emotional.
all. If anything, it
trying to
would have
fight.
probably hurt more
He's trying to use
Americans,
violence
if
because he
anything.
can't get his way, right? Instead of actually, I don't know, being a real problem solver, being a serious legislator,
yeah.
a serious politician. No, this guy's a wannabe fake civil rights activist. That's what he is.
Yes.
That's exactly what he is.
Yeah.
These people are nothing more than influencers.
Yeah,
That's all they are. They're
AOC
far-left,
acts like a
woke
civil rights
influencers,
act
and
or
they're trying
one
to
of
go
those
viral.
crazy activists.
This is what this dude was trying to do.
Right, Fannie
He knows
Willis,
that
Tiffany
people are gonna pick
Henry.
this
Well,
up,
she's gone
and it's going
now.
to seem like, well, he's
Some of
fighting,
these people
right? He's
are.
fighting. Look at him. He's not
Right,
taking
some
it
of these
from
people just
Republican.
act like
He's standing up to him.
fucking activists.
And this dude is just ignoring this guy, right? Again, I think this picture, I think it's a great representation of our modern day politics. Okay, we're getting some great imagery in 2025 about the current state of things, right? Unhinged lunatics versus serious problem solvers, right? People who are actually serious about getting things done, right? Rather than trying to go viral on social media. That's all this dude is concerned about. But like I said, again, this is just another example of how Democrats react when they can't get their way. Like
Yeah.
children, they throw temper tantrums, okay?
Correct.
And then they
yeah,
start
and then they
fighting,
try to get the DOJ
causing
on
all
you.
type of
They
chaos
try
and
to jail
destruction,
you.
trying to use violence in order to get what they want.
Correct.
And that's just not how this works. That's not how this country works, okay? We have to have decorum. You can't be in the state capitol trying to fight people because your legislation got rejected.
Yeah, you can't do vigilante
okay, I'm sorry about
justice.
the
You
loss
know
of your
why?
brother, but
Because
you're
that's
not going to
illegal.
come in and emotionally manipulate people into having their rights taken away, right? That's just, it is what it is. You're not going to emotionally manipulate people into giving up their Second Amendment rights, okay?
Correct.
I don't know what Democrats don't understand about this, right? You can use all of the stories that you want, okay?
Yeah,
Doesn't
exactly.
matter. You're not changing anybody's mind on this issue when it comes to our rights to keep and bear arms. It's really that simple. It's really that simple. If you want to change things, then you need to win some elections, right? But since you're in the minority and you're not winning, people don't agree with you, then hey, you have to deal with the fact that the representatives of the state are enacting the will of the people. And if you don't like that, then
yeah,
maybe
well,
you should
this
be a
is
rep.
for that
Maybe
particular
you should
state
step down.
too.
Go move to another state. Go, I don't know, go to California or something. I don't know. Right?
Yeah, pretty much. Or go to New York.
That big of a deal
right?
to you?
Go
If it's that
go
big
to
of an
some
issue,
of the
move
states
to
with the
another state, quit.
strictest gun laws. I
Resign.
don't
Leave
know.
your job. Cause let's be real. This guy is not serious. He's not serious about solving any problems or making anybody's life better, right? He's just trying to go viral. That's all he's trying to do. He's just trying to get some attention. He's trying to fundraise. He's trying to be a fake civil rights activist.
Yeah.
His whole getup is him trying to be something that he's not, right? He watched some
Basically.
Malcolm
I mean,
X, some Martin
if
Luther
you
King
look at
speeches.
him, he looks like one of those fucking the indicative of the Black Panther movement shit. I'm pretty sure some of those people are still kicking too.
Some speeches back from the 1950s, 1960s, and he
Yep.
just adopted that, right? And that's
Yep,
now his thing.
that Black Panther
And he think that
ideology,
is going to help
in a
him
sense.
get things done. It's not going to help him get things done. Nobody's falling for that.
Right, it's
Nobody's
the
falling.
same way with right Marxism, communism. There's some people who still fucking doing that bullshit. Some feminists, right? Some of these people are acting like fucking Marxist pieces of shit.
For that. And Democrats
And they're
are
in
becoming
there,
more and
and
more
they're in a
unhinged,
country
right?
that's
That's what we're saying.
right
They're becoming more
about
unhinged,
freedom
and Democrats are silent,
and
absolutely
about
silent
very,
about
very
the violent behavior
open
that's coming from their party. But again,
and
these
strict
same
rules
people,
too.
They want to lecture everybody about January 6th, but when confronted about the violence within their own party, the violence from their people, in this case, a Democrat himself, right? The base and the Democrats, the actual elected representatives, are now using violence, right, to get their way.
Yeah.
They have
No,
nothing
yeah,
to
just
say
look
about
at the
it.
Tesla stuff.
They have
Yeah, they're using
absolutely
violence.
nothing to say about
I mean, just look at the George Floyd riots.
To express their outrage over
right?
Tesla CEO Elon Musk's
Kenosha
role
County
in the Trump
fires,
administration.
right?
But here's reaction from Democratic
Oh,
lawmakers
it's
when they were
just a
asked
peaceful
directly about these
protest
attacks.
while shit's on fire.
Can you tell us what you think about what's happening with the Tesla products, the violence?
Yeah,
and the
they don't
dealerships?
condemn it.
What's your take on
I'm
the
so
situation?
sorry. I'm a little bit late here right now.
What's your take on it?
I'm so sorry, I'm about to deep right now.
Why are people so upset when they see a Tesla in the parking lot?
You know, I can't comment to that, you know, in terms of public sentiment. So,
But do you think Democrats are to blame for why people are so triggered by this? Because
I don't know.
This is Democrat Party, guys.
I don't know why
Liberals.
people are so upset.
The
Even
base
though
of
you
the
guys are
Democrat Party,
fucking
using
speaking the
violence when they
shit
can't get their way.
constantly.
Democrats get confronted on their base, their supporters using violence
Lying
because they can't get their
fuckheads.
way. Democrats don't have anything to say about it. Crickets.
As usual.
No comment. But if you ask them about January 6th, though, right, they'll have a mouthful to say. They won't shut the hell up. But again, when it comes to domestic terrorism from their own supporters,
Correct.
you can't get a word out of them, right? You don't hear
Same.
people about, hey, you
I
know,
know.
political violence in this country. Not
Reminds
right.
me some people on Twitch
Vandalism, terrorism,
doubting domestic
property,
terroristic natures.
you know, killing people's cars, blowing up cars, shooting
Uh,
up dealerships.
domestic
yeah,
terroristic
not acceptable. We shouldn't be doing
tendencies,
that.
eh?
That's not how we go about getting what we want
Doing
in this country.
doing
right?
some real
You're not
shady
hearing
shit
that from
and getting
Democrats.
paid for it too.
But again, these are the same people that try to lecture half the country on how you're supposed to handle not getting your way after January 6th. Again, it's amazing how that works. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.
There it is. Woke black Democrat loses his mind trying to fight Republican after they reject his gun control.